2 minutes. Five, four, three, two, 1, 0.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Well Live. I apologize for being late. You know, it's a virtual world, so you have all sorts of complications that end up happening, but we're here. That's what matters. We are here. So, you know, it's your boy Pastor Ray, aka Pastor Ron, or Ramon, aka Pastor Ray, and
Minister 3J, aka 3J, Jehovah God, Jesus Christ, and justice. Without the 3, we can't be free.
And I'm so happy to be with you guys, man, this evening. This is July 15, 2021. If you're on with us, make sure that you like this post and you comment, let us know that you're here, and share this post. We love you to share it. It's the 15th.
Yo, we're flying this year.
We really are. We really are.
We're already in July. God.
I want to say what's up to Monica, to my grandmother,
Pastor
to
Mo,
Mariel,
Grandma.
Isaac, and all the other folks that are on. I see you. Listen, this is the Well, and we are a creative arts, conscious awareness, faith community, and so we want to spread the love. If you want to be a part of us, let us know you're here. DM us so that we know that you watch. Let us put you in our email blast so we can keep you up to date on what's going on. And this is the second of our summer series, Hot Holy Summer.
Hot Holy Summer.
Yes, indeed. And so we're talking about hot topic things. And last week we talked about what are we talking about? Oh, stereotypes.
Stereotype.
This week we are talking about dating. If there's anybody out there who's dating and you want them to watch this, or you want them to have some conversation about dating, like, go ahead right now, copy the link, put it and send it in a text message. It's like, you need to watch this.
Watch it.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, we're talking about dating. So you need to let them know we're talking. Listen,
are we talking or not?
Are we talking? That's the title. Are we talking or not? And so, like, if you just let them know, like, yo, this church is like this
crazy church.
It's like talking about dating. Like, how crazy is that? So go ahead. But we got an amazing panel as always with us. Some favorites that are back and a brand new friend. So we're gonna go right in. Super producer Jackie, why don't you take us
to? You forget something.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you forget something.
What am I forgetting?
Your piece.
See? Listen.
You messing around.
If you're watching, then we want to remind you that you encounter the well, become the well, emerge and share the well. It's just like encountering Jesus, becoming like Jesus, emerging and share Jesus, encountering love, becoming love, emerging and share love. And then every single encounter that we have, everything that the well does, we have decided it should lead you down a path to the 5 P's, which J is going to share with you.
Man. So passion, purpose, promise, peace, and power. We think God every time I see them.
Yeah. So listen, we want you to make sure you're all about one of those 5 P's or all of those 5 P's or however many of those P's empower you, because the well is all about empowerment.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out real quick to the state's attorney, Aisha Braveboy of PG County, who has been on with us. Just a wonderful thing. So if you're not a part of the Our Streets, Our Future initiative, make sure you're looking in for that. The PG County is looking for all of the mentors that are out there. Yo, brother Jawan, it's good to see you.
What's up, good brother?
And yeah, I think that's it. So again, like this, share this, and let's have a real conversation. Let's go into our panel.
Woo! It's about to get lit. Where the people at? Where that squad at for the night? When they come. There they go. Woo! Look at that squad right there. I think how should we start this thing? You know. Oh, look who I think we should start Pastor Tay.
Well, that's it.
So
listen, welcome back. Y'all
back,
know who
y'all.
it is. Y'all know who Pastor Tay is. Pastor Tay, share a little bit about yourself, man. Glad to see you. Got anything to say to the people?
No. Pastor Tay, representing Church Minor Matter every Sunday of Blazing Radio 2 to 4. Be sure to check us out. And just happy to be here. What's up, family?
What's up, brother? How you doing today, man? What's up with you?
You know, brown skin and loving it.
So we also have another one of our favorites who's back with us, and she might be frozen from the looks of it. So I'll come back to her. We also have there she is. I think. Yep, there she is. We have another one of our favorites who's usually down in the chat. She's been on with us one good time, and now she's back for a second time. I know a lot of y'all love her.
The commentator.
So I think she might have frozen, so we'll bring her back, but that's Miss Nikki. So we welcome her. And then a newcomer who has also been in the chats. She's also an amazing poetess who is representing all the time. But we want to introduce you guys and reintroduce to others Miss Butterfly Free. Miss Butterfly Free, say something to the people. Yes, indeed. Miss Butterfly, how you feeling tonight?
Oh yeah, we about to have fun. We about to have real fun.
How you feeling tonight, Miss Butterfly?
I'm feeling good. I'm black and blessed, you know?
Hey, nothing like it. Nothing like it. Black and blessed. All right. So we want to talk about dating. We want to talk about dating.
Dating.
It is a conversation.
Okay. Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties at the moment, y'all. I cannot hear
No worries.
Right.
No worries. No worries. We just glad to have you on. Take your time. Get yourself settled. Don't let anything happen. We just glad to have you on. I just shared that we love to have Miss Nikki on because she's always in the comments, holding it down. She's like the minister of comments. But as you can see, she's getting settled. And Miss Nikki, if you want, you can black out your screen until you get settled, and then come back in with us. The people will know you're here, and we'll see you. You know, once you get settled. Glad to have you with us, though.
So let's.
If you're talking, we can't hear you though.
No talk today, Tay. No trash talking today, sir.
I ain't say nothing.
So let's
I ain't say nothing.
Let's go.
The first question I kind of have for everybody is, you know, out of everybody who's on the panel, I mean, first of all, are you dating? Like, are you right now? Are you dating?
So I guess we should ask. I guess my first question would be, what is dating?
Yeah.
What's considered dating? I think that's the main purpose of this conversation. So what's considered dating? Seeing people, being with someone. Like.
Well, so I was going to go there. That's why
okay.
That's why I just asked. I mean, by your own definition, right now, we'll move into a definition in a second. But by your own standards, are you dating someone?
Exclusively?
By my own standards.
I'm just asking a question.
Oh man. Look, I consider myself dating. Find myself, out here in the world, you know, trying to find mine. So I can say I'm dating.
Okay.
You know? Yeah, I can say that. I say I'm dating.
Okay. Butterfly, you consider yourself to be dating?
Welcome to your new life.
Uh-oh.
Kid, mute. gotta love the kid.
It
Gotta
sounds
love
like
the kids.
Miss Nikki's daughter might be wanting to
Yeah,
date
she
too.
sound like she gonna get in here. All that noise.
But
So
Butterfly,
Are you dating?
just by your own definition, are you dating right now?
Yes, not exclusively, but I'm dating.
Okay. We'll come back. We'll come back to it. Pastor Tay, are you dating?
Hell no. Nope.
He dating himself. That's good too.
Hey, that's good. That's good. That's good. I like that.
And Miss Nikki, I know you're in the dark. I was gonna say, can we get a thumbs up or thumbs down? Are you dating or nah? We might have lost her.
Look, after thumb
Okay.
up, thumb down. You dating?
No, I mean, yes, I'm dating. Yes.
Okay.
All right, look.
Okay.
You messing up somebody. Somebody gonna get a phone call tonight. So we ain't dating, huh? You messing up everything. I knew I shouldn't have been on this show tonight. No.
Listen, y'all caught me off guard.
Oh, man.
Oh, we ain't even past the first question. All right, let's be professional, everybody.
Okay. So the next question is then, so right, I think 3J said it, right? Like what, there are these so many like definitions of dating nowadays. What does it look like to actually like date? Like what is dating? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And is there a difference in the different, are there different categories? Hey, just want to say what's up to Pamela, to Miss Pam, who's watching as well. But yeah, what are the different ways of dating nowadays, and what is dating? So, but Miss Butterfly, I see you shaking your head. What is that? What does dating look like now?
Dating to me needs to have clarity. If you want to exclusively date me, you better tell me you want to exclusively date me, because I'm going to date other people. Because I'm not.
I like that answer.
You have to be honest about what you want from me, so that way we can both be on the same page. Because I might not want to exclusively date you, but I don't want you holding yourself back from seeing other people. You might find somebody else, but I don't want you to be bitter towards me because I'm out doing my thing and you not.
Okay.
I'll come back to that. I'll come back.
Just broke somebody's heart. It just broke somebody's heart. Somebody was like, I thought she liked me.
Somebody's salty right now.
Yeah, somebody. We gonna have a conversation tonight with somebody.
I just want to know though. So Miss Butterfly, I want to stick with you though. So in exclusively dating, do you tell the person that you're exclusively dating, or should that person inform you that you're in exclusively dating? Like, how do you get to the place where you're exclusively dating?
They would tell me, but what I mean by exclusively dating, I mean not like make a commitment to be in a relationship, but we're like, hey, I really like you to the point where I don't want to talk to nobody else right now. I really want to be in a exclusive relationship next. So it's like I do exclusively dating, then I do an exclusive relationship, because I don't want to, have you lock me down and then we got to break up when we can just stop dating.
Yeah, Pastor Tay, please. So this is different for me.
Like, I get it, but I'm on the other side. So for me, either we're together or we not. Either I'm in a relationship or I'm not. I can date you. I can date Lottie Dottie and everybody, because all we doing is talking. A date is 50% a hangout, 50% an interview. Either one of those things can change. And if I ain't feeling one part, then I'm not going to be in a relationship with you.
It's too much.
And it's not. Huh? Say it again.
I feel like when you do that, it's confusing. Because, again, I could want to just date you just to see if I really want to be in a relationship with you.
But again,
I don't want to date a whole bunch of other people at one at that particular time. Because if we don't
But
work out, then I
but
can't say that.
but
Oh,
that's
well,
your
we stopped.
prerogative. That's not mine.
Broke up. We just stopped
But
talking.
that's the thing. That's your prerogative, and that's cool. I
And I'm
respect your
fine.
decision. But for me and mine, if I'm dating, I'm dating, and if I'm in a relationship, I'm in a relationship. So if all I'm doing is dating, and I ain't got no title to my name, if it's not on Facebook, it don't exist. Like
Wow.
if I'm
That
not
goes to
making,
the
if
next
I'm not
one.
publicly
Wait.
acknowledging you as my thing, then we are not a thing.
Too far.
Period.
You
So-
We are hanging out.
So-
moving too much.
So I'm gonna pause that because we are going to come to that. Miss Nikki, I want to just pause and come to you. And I see that Miss Pam says it should be a mutually
agree.
agreed conversation.
I agree with that.
Miss Nikki,
Brown.
I'm gonna let you
Yo,
weigh in on this. What are your thoughts right now?
shout out to
Yeah,
Richard for me and my house.
So
Oh, this is funny.
Oh
I'm
man.
kind of with both sides, right? I'm be clear to me that you want to, date me exclusively, then, all's fair in love and war. I'm free to talk to other people, as well are you. You're free to talk to other people as well. If we don't have that mutual agreement that we are exclusively dating, then yeah.
Okay.
So then
But
is there a difference in like?
Hold on. Pause.
So-
Are you dating Ramon?
Ooh.
No.
Yeah, you did, Josco.
No. I did. I apologize. No. I'm not dating.
Good catch, butterfly. Good catch.
I'm here for it. Now I do have someone that I care about very much, but we're not necessarily dating at the time. I do.
Okay. Am I back?
Look, Richard.
Y'all about to get some things started. Miss Nikki.
You picked the right person tonight.
Look, man.
Am I back?
Yeah,
You're
go ahead.
Okay. I don't even know where I left off. Where did I leave off at?
Just a simple of, if it's exclusive, if y'all have that discussion of if it's exclusive, then cool. If it's not, you're free to date whoever, basically, is what you were saying. You date, just like basically what Butterfly said. We can date whoever,
Yeah,
but until
but
we
like
have the conversation, it's nothing, technically.
Yeah, it needs to be a mutual agreement. If you don't let it be known that, you want to be exclusively dating, then yeah, I don't know that you want to be exclusively dating, and I might see somebody else that might catch my interest. And if you want to catch my interest, then you need to let that be known. But also to Tay's point, it's still a mutual conversation on both sides, because you either want to date me or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still a mutual conversation on either way you go. We both need to be in agreement on what this is.
But and I would also say when you're dating somebody, the first 30 minutes to an hour if you want to see them again, whether you're thinking about taking it serious or it's just gonna be something a date.
We got you.
So I want to ask this question then. Is some people will define different modes, right? So some people say, yeah, we're just talking. Some people say we're just friends with benefits. Some people say we're dating, and then some people say we're in a relationship. Is there a big difference in those places, or is that just? I see Miss Butterfly shaking her head, and I love again. Yeah. If you're watching, if you're with us, make sure that you are liking this, comment, and let us know. Yeah. We love for you to answer the questions and share it to your page, share it to others so that they know that this conversation is happening. But yeah, what's the difference in those terminologies?
I'll take friends with benefits.
Butterfly first.
I'll take talking. I'll take talking.
Yeah, let's just remember this is a holy show. Just want, but be real. But be real.
Okay. So, when I feel like friends with benefits is somebody that you have, that you're friends with now, that you have a certain type of attraction to, that you do certain things with a peach and an eggplant. And y'all, that's just a mutual understanding. You don't want nothing else from each other but what David did with that man's wife that he had killed.
Ooh. That was
Dating.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
so in case people are watching that did not know, and listen, y'all know we keep it real on the well.
All day.
Conversations that traditional church might not have, we gonna have it, and we will have it, and we'll be real about it. So, right, because we want to make sure people are invited and they feel like they can be real in any space that we have. So we're saying,
yeah, peach and egg, man.
so we understand that just for all the folks, because there are even older folks to watch. Friends with benefits is Miss Butterfly so elegantly put it. Are friends who have an attraction to each other, who are physical. It might not necessarily be like a long-term thing or a short-term thing, but there is a physical attraction, and there are sometimes physical activities that go with it.
It's a
So what
mutual
about?
smash station.
Okay, I was just about to. Oh my God.
So what about talking? What is this?
Hold on, I'm trying to get myself together because she's stupid. So in this friends with benefits, does there have to be a mutual agreement that that's exactly what it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Cool. Now
Yeah.
we got that settled. Talking. Go.
All right. So if you're just
Talk.
talking to
Go
somebody,
ahead, Miss.
Yeah.
go ahead, Miss Nikki.
So, in my understanding of talking, right? Talking is basically equivalent to courting, right? We're not exactly to that real dating stage yet. We're still kind of getting to know each other, trying to figure out if we want to date heavier or exclusively, et cetera, et cetera. Talking is like, okay, yes, I'm involved with this person. We're getting to know each other, moving towards dating. However, we're not official or anything. That's my understanding of talking.
Okay.
Mine too.
Okay.
Yeah, like basically it's still open. It's still open to go talk to other people, whatever, and it not be a thing because we're just talking. You know what I'm saying? So you could technically be talking to more than one person in all actuality.
Facts.
So
Okay.
This really sounds like a dude panel for real.
I love it.
That sounds like a dude panel for real.
And then, so when do you move from the dating aspect into actually no, let's go there. So we got talking. Yeah, I'm texting now. When do you move from the?
So I guess what's the stage?
Talking. You got friends with benefits. What is dating?
Okay, yeah. What is dating?
After we go out on, well, we got to go out on a date, okay? Because I feel like when you talk, I feel like the talking stage is with somebody like I just met. So I'm like, I met you. We exchange numbers. We're talking on the phone. We're texting. Hey, Butterfly, do you want to go out on a date? Sure, I want to go out on a date. What? We go out on a date, and that's when you're gonna know if that's somebody you really want to date. Once you are in their presence, should I say, and out and about or whatever. And that's how you end up dating. I feel like if it's, constant, consistent, you consistently talk and they ask.
Okay. Nikki got something different. What you got?
Which I think is good because everybody has different sort of terminology when they talk about dating.
Absolutely.
So I wouldn't necessarily say just because we went out on a date that we're dating. Like
no, that's not what I said. I said once you start going out on dates, you find out if that's who you want to date, like that. That's what I was trying to say. I'm sorry, y'all.
Okay.
Well, that's kind of you can kind of do that in the talking phase too, because when you're talking, hey, you want to go hang out, we could take a walk on the beach, whatever, like that.
Come on, Tay.
Why are you looking like
that?
If I've given my time to you and we've met up, if I picked you up, if I bought the drink, if I paid for the food, if I've opened the door, if I've spent my time with you, we are dating. Now, whether that dating fast is for one night, or if that dating fast is for a week, or if that dating fast is for a month, we are in the dating phase. If I've spent money, if I've given time, if I've laughed at your corny jokes, if I've decided to put on my best foot forward to entertain you, we are dating. Now, that don't mean I'm just dating you, but we are dating. Dating,
So do you
talking,
equate
that's
dating and
all in the
talking?
same bubble.
But
There's
Tavon, you
no
say that's
either.
Tavon, you
We
say that's different
dating,
from
we
talking though?
talking, we chilling, we getting to know each other. That's all the same bubble.
Okay, so
Oh, okay.
you're saying that
Unless
talking is
I'm in a
different.
relationship with you, I could be dating you, talking to her, getting to know her. It's all the same bubble. It's a piece of the same pot.
Right. So again, you're
So
saying that.
You
So,
spreading yourself
Pastor Jay,
thin.
you're saying that talking and dating are in the same thing. You're saying they're not separate.
they're not separate.
I can understand. I understand
Okay.
that. I get
So
that.
so
Well, listen,
I understand that too. I understand that.
so
it can be a
Richard
walk in
is
the
about
park. It can be IHOP. It can be photo day chow. Date
Come
is
on,
all the
Fogo de
same
Chao.
thing.
No, you like her
Yes.
spending money at Fogo de Chao. Let me
so
just say
so
that.
Yes.
so
Yes.
No,
Manika said
restaurant week. Restaurant week is $20.
that
You
that's
tripping?
Manika said that's messy, but I do want to highlight what Richard said. Richard says so, and this was my next question. He says, does that mean you get the boyfriend girlfriend title? Now, I do want to say so. Now
No.
we've had talking, we've had friends with benefits, we've had dating.
Mhm.
So then now, what does boyfriend girlfriend or boyfriend girlfriend girlfriend whatever the boyfriend girlfriend when you get to that
Wait,
status,
what's the
what is
friends of benefits?
Oh,
I'm
you
just
missed
saying
it.
that.
Oh, you got
Gotta
stuck.
go back
You
to the
got
comments.
So
stuck.
you were frozen.
You were frozen on
Friends with
that.
benefits is physical attraction, acting out in physical means. That's how we're gonna leave that.
That's
Yeah.
But you don't
dating.
want
But
nothing else though. You don't want nothing else.
Mm-mm.
That's it.
We
Like
don't
y'all
want
just
nothing
cool.
else.
you don't
Y'all
want
have a
That's
nothing else.
mutual
dating.
agreement.
Uh-huh.
No, it's not.
He
No.
said
That's dating.
We
No,
don't go out.
it's
We
not
don't go
If
dating.
out.
I take you out, if I go to your house and it's a Netflix and chill, that's a date, sweetie.
No, it's not.
No.
Because we don't even
No,
have
it's
to watch
not.
TV. You don't even have to
So
turn on the
so
At
No,
a
light.
you just
specific date and
we just
time,
getting
I went
up.
over your house. We engaged in an activity. That's a date.
come on.
No.
That's a beneficial date.
So I can't go that far because that's next week. Never mind.
Hold
I
on.
can't do that. I can't jump that far yet. So I'm gonna leave that one
Richard
alone.
asked
I'm
if
gonna hold
dating
that for
means
next week. That's
you
gonna be
have the
pinned in.
boyfriend girlfriend title, right?
Huh?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. In the
What?
words of the Clark sisters, of course not. No, sir. Absolutely not.
Yep.
Dating does
So
not mean
No.
that we are boyfriend and
Of
girlfriend.
course not.
right.
Mm-mm.
And I'm
No.
with I'm with Butterfly. I believe for me, I believe boyfriend girlfriend comes when the both agree that we're going to take it that far into the relationship. Just because we're talking,
That
just
is
because we're dating, that does not mean oh we went out now you're my girlfriend. That does not mean that. Oh we went out you spent money on me you're my
yeah.
boyfriend now. That does not mean that at all. Until we
That
come to a
means
mutual agreement
at
that
all.
this is how far we're going to go. That's when
We
boyfriend girlfriend. That's to me though. That's
boyfriend and
I can't
I
speak
girlfriend
for
agree.
you. How many dates until the
is
next
the
level?
mutual is that mutual agreement between the two. Only gonna each other. Nobody else is allowed. You're not talking to nobody else. You're not dating nobody else. Da 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 da. That mutual agreement of exclusivity is boyfriend girlfriend.
But
And
would you also, at least for me, how I carry things, from the first date on, I can see if I'm going to go to another, if I'm even going to entertain me going to another level with a person. Like the first interaction, you can see, am I going to go there or is it just going to be what it is?
But are
Am
you
I alone
honest
with that?
about them?
what did you say,
Huh?
Butterfly?
Are you honest about that with the female? Like, do you tell her this ain't really
No,
gonna
that's
go?
crazy.
Oh, yeah. Can we talk about that?
Can we talk about
Oh,
being
oh,
honest
oh,
in
oh. No,
communication?
listen. Can I explain? Can I
Please
By
talk?
all
do.
means.
We're listening, Pastor
Yeah,
Tank.
You mean to tell me if
Please
I
do.
go out with somebody, okay, I'll use you. Let's say I go out with you, and I say, this probably ain't gonna work, but she cute, so I want to keep going out with her a couple more times, see what happens. Is that such a bad thing?
No, that's dating.
No, but you're
Yeah.
saying I can already see where it's going. That's what you said. That's why
Exactly.
I'm asking.
I know it
Are
ain't
you
going
honest?
nowhere but these couple of dates. But I'm
But you
bored.
just said,
You there?
she cute. I want to go out with her a few times more to see where it goes.
No, not to see where it goes. I know where it's going. I just want to go out with her.
But you just
Where's it going, Tay?
So
where's it going?
Pastor Tay, where's it going, Pastor
Nowhere.
so
Netflix and chill, bro. I mean, listen, y'all tripping,
she a friend with
Oh,
this
we
time, right? She a right?
huh?
Okay.
I said, well, if
Say it
nothing's
again.
gonna go and you just, I said, if nothing is gonna go nowhere and you know it's not gonna go nowhere, but you still just want to go out with her and Netflix and chill, then technically she'll just be a smash buddy friend with benefits, right?
If that's what you want to call it, I'm not saying that. That came out your mouth.
What do you
What
mean?
I
See, that's where
listen,
communication, Tay.
can I
Come on,
speak?
we got to talk
All
about
right, now
this,
you're talking
Tay.
over me. You're talking over me. You're talking over me. I'm just
Hold up.
saying. Not every date, not every situation you get in. Y'all not always dating for attention. Not every person's. Sometimes you just don't want to. You just want to hang out with somebody. Maybe you're cool, but let's say I dated somebody and she said she didn't want kids, and I did. Well, that's a hard cutoff for me. I know it won't go past a certain point, but I still like her company. What's wrong with that?
And y'all just cool. Y'all just cool. We just friends at that point because we're not gonna go past, you know, anything further. We ain't gonna date. We're not gonna be exclusive because we not on the same page.
Well,
We
we
just
are
cool.
dating because I spent money. We are dating. We just not exclusive.
Mm-mm.
I think.
Okay.
You got
All
it.
But
right.
let me say this though, Tay. I'm not saying that what you're saying, like, that you're wrong, but what I'm saying is a lot of the times this is why we end up being very bitter and very angry at men.
Mm-hmm.
It's because if you just keep it a buck with us, like I tell my best friend, take your hands off another man's future. If y'all are going in two different directions, then don't stop at the meeting point. Y'all got to be going in the same direction. You can't be going in opposite direction in certain relationships. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Pastor Tay.
So I get that, but that's coming from the. How can I put this? If you're dating with intention, if you're dating to have a long-term relationship, I get everything you're saying, but not every person is doing that,
But say
and that's where I come
that.
from.
That's
Like
what I'm
it's
saying.
different.
Just say that.
But
Oh
see,
well,
that's
yeah,
where
I get that part.
communication. That's where
So yeah,
communication comes in.
so
That's not.
I get that part. Now
That's
that would be foolish to
say
let a
it.
girl think you want something more. So I get that part. I'm not
Yeah,
saying
like
that.
just
I'm not saying I'm just going to
yeah.
think.
You
I'm
got
not going to let
to be
somebody
honest.
think we're going to be something that we're not. Nah, I get that part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Okay.
All right. So
I'm about to get
okay.
jumped.
So we are. I think we're in agreement that communication needs to be established,
Facts.
whatever the
Absolutely.
situation
Absolutely.
is.
Absolutely.
So now, let's move to this communication from boyfriend girlfriend, and I want to go into what Taeron said earlier. In this day and time, it seems to be this argument about like if it's not on social media, then it's not real, right? Do you feel like the relationship status once? At what level? So two questions. One, at what level does it need? Do you think it should be posted if it's posted? And how do you feel if one of the people are not willing to post?
So that also, for me, that also goes into a mutual agreement. Some people just don't like their business out there in the street. Some people just don't want to
Facts.
post everything. So with that, both individuals need to be on a term of, okay, I want to post this. Okay, it's cool because I want to post that too. Now, both y'all in agreement of that? Cool. However, if y'all not, y'all need to talk. And again, communication is key in all of this.
Communication's key.
So yeah, it's got to be a talk first. Like they both got to be on a mutual
Yeah.
ground. Or to say, hey, I want to post you. Hey, I want to post you too. Hey, let's let me know what we have and show it off. Or we don't do that because some people just like being in private.
Yeah.
Some people are what's the I'm trying to think of it. Keep private until it's permanent. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's how some
Yeah.
people keep it. So my dating life is none of y'all business until, oh, we're married. Now y'all can get to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So it really all depends on the couple. That's just my thought process on it.
I agree with that 100%. I mean, to me, social media is not the end all be all to determine, you know, if it's a relationship. Put me on your Facebook to let me know it's real. Like that's that's not my forte.
Yeah.
I don't need to be on your Facebook or your Instagram or none of that in order for me to know that it's real. If you tell me that it's real, I'm going to believe you because that's the level of trust that I'm going to put in you. If you playing games, that's on you and that's gonna come to light later on. However, if you tell me that it's real and we're in agreement that it's real, I don't care if you post it or not. Like you don't have to post it in order for me to be like, you know, yeah, this me right here. I don't need all that. And anybody else who puts that like, well, if y'all together, why he ain't put it on his face? Why his relationship status still say single? Or why y'all ain't got no pictures on Instagram? Because we don't need to. For people like y'all, get out my business. Like, we know it's real. That's all we need.
I think Monica
Go
agrees
ahead,
with
Miss
you.
Butterfly.
And even Monica agrees with you. Butterfly, I see you. Monica agrees. She says, and even after marriage, it ain't your business. So you got a high corner on that one.
On that. God.
It is.
But Butterfly, go ahead. What were we about to say?
I would say that you don't. He didn't have, like with my last relationship. He didn't have to really post me because people knew that I existed. The people that mattered knew that I existed.
I like that.
The only time we would do stuff is like on anniversaries or something, you know, or something like that. But other than that, the people that mattered, they knew about me. And even the people that didn't matter, they knew about me. Because we were always, you know, we will always be like together or with certain things. But I would say that social media can ruin a relationship. Because
that's a whole other topic.
People hate on you. Like, I promise you, soon as I got posted one time, the inbox was just, oh, you got a girlfriend
DMs
now?
was lit.
Oh, I'm happy for you. No, you're not, heifer. No, you're not. You're trying to see what you can do or see if he'll bite because he's in a relationship. Let me tell y'all something, man. And this is just coming from Butterfly. If you are in a relationship and a woman is in your inbox, she trying to prove a point to herself that she better than who you with.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. She is trying to prove a point to herself and to other people to prove that she's still got it, that she's good.
He gonna bite with his hungry behind. Yeah. But yeah, I would say social media is stop. Don't. Just don't. If you can avoid it, especially if the other person is uncomfortable, don't do it. Because the people who post a whole lot, I feel like they're not happy. It's a
wow. Do tell that. Please go deep into that. Go elaborate on that. Elaborate, Butterfly. What you mean by that?
I feel like you're trying to prove a point to us when you need to be trying to prove to each other that you love each other. You don't need to prove to us that you love one another. Y'all supposed to just love one another. You know, be in love. Do you? If you're happy, then you're happy. But I feel like when we out to dinner, you taking pictures of McDonald's fries. Come on,
McDonald's fries.
Like, you don't have to prove to us because we don't care. I'm telling you right now,
every other post, those are people trying to prove something to themselves too, because they want to be the next hashtag relationship goals. You know, they want to see the comments and people, you know, just praising and worshiping them and, oh my gosh, y'all are so cute, and oh yeah, I want a relationship like this, and I want to be like y'all, and blah blah blah. That's what people are looking for when they constantly post me and Bay out here, me and Bay doing this, oh we out here, Woman Crush Wednesday, all that. Like when you do that constantly, you trying to prove a point to everybody else because you want to be the next relationship goal. You know, you want to be the next Steph and Aisha, whoever, Sierra and Russ, you know. And I feel like all that is just not necessary. Like if you know it's real between the two of y'all, we know what we got. I could care less what everybody else out there in the world got to say. whether they think we relationship goals or not. We our own relationship goals. I don't need y'all affirmation for that.
People thought Ike and Tina was happy.
But let me say this though. I will say, I just want to say this though, on the side, that I do think that, like, I want to say, I don't think, because I'm with you actually, right? Like, I don't think everything is for social media anyway, but I do think that there are people who just love to love each other and love to post like their stuff together. Because actually, like, I know a friend of mine who, he and his husband, like, they post constantly, and I'm always like, yo, like, I just love that they look like they're just enjoying their time. So I do think there are times when, like, you know, if that's their thing, right? Like, it's you know what I'm saying? I think it's cool to do that if that's your thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think you and your person, though, just have to be clear, like you all said before, about what that thing is, right? Like, if we are posting, that's cool. If it's one person's prerogative and not the other, that's cool, right? Because there are relationships like that. But I think what's big, what I'm hearing from y'all, is the key is the communication behind all of it is what's the most key. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's if that sounds like what the takeaway is. The communication is the biggest part of it.
But also, don't lie on your post. So, like, you know, if you have an argument, don't. You know, you'll post everything you think it's all good, and actually your relationship is dying.
Facts.
So, you know.
It's going in a handbasket. So, I mean, you can post. You gonna post those pictures of two
honestly.
yelling though to make it look. Yeah, we happy on camera. Cheese. As soon as the camera's off, y'all at each other's throats.
Just cut you out because you ate his fry.
That's true.
I mean, that sounds similar to the whole what's his name? Was Derek something with
Derek Jackson?
What's the relationship? Yes.
That last name.
Yes.
That hurts saying that last name, dog.
The bonnet of salvation.
Let me now. I want to take y'all.
The bonnet.
I want to bend the conversation a little bit. I want to take us to the church.
Let's go to the church. Let's go to the church.
So is it proper to take your significant other, your date, your smash buddy to the church?
They already said
Hold on.
Are we together or what?
like you know, you go to church on a Sunday morning. That's your home church.
No.
Like, when is it okay to take that person to the church?
When we're exclusive.
So
when we are a couple. Other than that, no.
Even
now.
That's a touchy one.
It's okay. So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. It kind of depends on the type of church you go to, right? Because if you go to one of them home churches where everybody know you and everybody know each other's business and everything, the answer is no. Absolutely not, right? No. Now, if you go to somebody's church like TD Jake's church, or, you know what I'm saying, Joel Osteen, or like a mega church where, you know, you just a part of the congregation and don't nobody be in your business like that, then okay. We can go hang out at church on a Sunday. But if everybody know you and your business at the church and you know they're going to be asking you questions the minute you walk in there with somebody next to you, even if y'all just cool, the first thing they're going to do, ooh, who's this? No. Nope.
So Jawan said they ain't got a choice. They go. And so Monica said when you're exclusive, and I agree with that one. I
don't know. Nah.
It goes to communication for me. Y'all have that agreement, you know. When y'all have that both agreement, like, hey, you want to go to each other's churches, and, you know, let me get how you worship at your church, and you see mine, then yeah, when that talk is there. But just to be like, hey, you going with me because we, I don't know. I don't know about that.
I come from it from a different place. Cause like, if you pastor a church, you ain't coming to my place of work for a real long time. I need to make sure this ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, from a pastor perspective, I don't want you at my workplace until I know that, like, nah. No. It's like, I mean, but it's levels. Like, you gotta be my mama. You know what I mean? Like, she gotta approve. I gotta make sure, like, I'm past the representative and see who you really are. So that's gonna take at least 3, 4, 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
3.
I commend you for that, Tay.
You start to see the real person after
Yeah,
about 3
like
months.
nah. You ain't gonna get mad at me and then come church and try to
So
Nope.
before you ask, take a moment, guys. If you're watching, we welcome you. We love that you're watching with us. Like this, make comments as you can see other people commenting, and then make sure you share. 3J has a question. I just want to say,
start an evening service
it start
or
with an
another
evening
program.
program. But go ahead.
So that's where actually, Manika actually was where my question would be. Going back to you. So when we talk church, are we talking church service, or are we just talking about the church in general, like Wednesday night Bible studies or a youth event, or?
Well, I think
like,
period. I think just
We ain't
what
coming to Bible study.
what I am saying is I'm not saying I'm not saying just any church. I am for the record saying your church, right? Your church.
Right. So
but now what that looks like, no, I'm just saying when's the appropriate time to take them to your church? Because either way, you take them to your church.
I go to their church, they ain't coming to mine.
Of course not.
No. I go to your church.
Let me chime in. I actually agree with Chase. I will say it's definitely
wow.
My friend Richard. I love Richard. He's so right. I think that are held to a higher standard. Word gets around so fast at any event, and you're right. So I think I'm gonna say this: pastors and leaders in the church have to be careful, and I think maybe in this time. Maybe depending on where you go, it might be shifting, but I can easily see how the pastor can get this rep of, oh, he a player or she a player, or you know what I'm saying, oh, they ain't so holy bringing all these people up in here. Like, and here's the thing, the truth be told, you might not do anything physical with these people. You really could just be dating different folks, getting to know folks, but there's this, right, like there is a double standard, maybe like a higher standard that they do hold you to. But I do agree, like I do think that you have to be careful about the image you present. So yes, right, like maybe it is tougher, but I think you have to be careful because, like Tay said, I think when people see you with certain people, because you know how the mind can start to roam, you do have to be careful with the flock that you're in charge of, so that you're not looking like you're doing the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? So I do think it's a little different. But Monica does say leaders are human too. So I appreciate the grace, because not everybody got that grace.
Facts.
Not everybody got that
Most
grace.
people don't have that grace, unfortunately. Leaders and pastors are always on a pedestal, even when they try not to be. People would just naturally put them on a pedestal because they are a leader, because you look to them for examples and leadership and teaching. And that's with anything in the church, outside of the church. If you are a leader of any type, you will be put on a pedestal. You know, if you are in the public eye in any way, shape, or form, you're gonna be on a pedestal. Like, it just comes with the territory. So unfortunately, with that being said, yeah, leaders are human too, absolutely, but they are still under much higher scrutiny than the average person. Unfortunately, there is a double standard that they can't do any and everything just like the average person can or would do.
Yeah, and PG
sucks.
Coast, PG Coast, he agrees. He says absolutely, Miss Nikki. Monica says leaders are always scrutinized. So let me ask this. Let's move forward a little bit. When you're dating, are there boundaries, right? Like, what are the boundaries? Are there boundaries that just should be, or do you make your own boundaries? And how important is it to communicate those boundaries?
Let's let the women go
Define
first.
boundaries.
I like that question. You started off right. There you go. Define boundaries.
So yeah, like, okay, so are we talking about boundaries like once we reach that exclusive mark, or like
the boundaries of dating?
Where boundaries come into place at? Excuse me, I got something in my eye. I'm sorry, it's bothering the crap out of me.
You fine?
No problem. I think that is the question. When I think that's a question, right? Like, I don't want to totally define boundaries because I'd rather leave it up to you all to define it for yourselves. Because I think that is the question. Like, are there, so maybe I should rephrase it, are there boundaries that should just be understood, or do you need to explain those boundaries in the beginning?
Yes and no.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Nikki
no.
got some Angela Bassett arm. Lift weights. God,
Yeah, she definitely looked like she
God.
about to
You
strike out in
you
the
mad
throat.
that
That's
she
all
might
I'm
outlift
saying.
you?
I pick things up and put them down.
You know, funny thing,
Come
right?
on.
God,
We,
I'm
My
sorry.
nickname growing up was always Angela Bassett or Tina Turner. So
Golly.
yeah.
Nice.
Would you
Rolling
believe
down
me if
the
I told
river,
you I was
huh?
out of shape?
I'm on.
Huh?
Tay,
Yeah.
boundaries.
All right,
Boundaries.
yeah, talk about boundaries.
Boundaries.
Richard said, let's stay focused.
Right.
But Jawan,
I'm sorry,
Jawan,
Richard.
Jawan answered the question first. He says, first date, boundaries should be set, period. Do you guys agree, disagree?
I think that's a fluid thing, though.
Yeah,
Like,
me
I
too.
think you can go
I
into
have
a date
boundaries with
thinking one
everybody.
thing, and the energy takes you to another place. I don't know if I don't. I
Yeah.
just feel like you put something into a box when you do that. Like you just kind of flow with how you guys are being, I guess.
I feel.
So
I feel go ahead, Miss Nikki.
okay, so when it comes to boundaries, right? Well, here's the thing. Let me put a blanket statement. Communication is key to all of this. And when you're talking about
Mm-hmm.
relationships, especially romantic relationships, communication is the key for any of this to be successful. You have got to communicate with each other. Fail in this area, do not communicate with each other. We go into this with expectations that are unspoken, and when that person doesn't perform to those expectations that we never spoke about, you know, it just it goes.
It goes.
Uh-oh. We might
Going.
have lost you, Miss Nikki.
Going. It
But
goes.
can I speak to her point though?
Yeah, go
Like,
ahead.
if you're on a first date, what kind of conversation you know what I'm saying? Like, what can you have? Like, maybe you have in your head, I don't do this on a first date, but then you get this communication, you get this connection with the person, and then it goes out the window. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't go in having set boundaries. I mean, maybe moral boundaries, but like nothing like set in stone to say I won't do this, or that. I just go into it and see where that interaction leads, and I take it as such.
It's such an interesting question because
It
I think
is.
there's also a standard sometimes, and maybe unfair,
Mm-hmm.
but that I think certain times women almost have to put up certain boundaries before men do. And I could be wrong, so I wouldn't say that, right? But I think, in my own personal opinion right now, I think that there are times when women almost have to set this tone, fairly or unfairly, to say, like, no, right? Like, I'm not going to this place. This is not a place I'll go to. Whereas men get this sort of like freedom to sort of move and have to kind of fill out, I think, more. Go ahead, Butterfly. I see you.
Okay, so are we setting boundaries or are we setting standards?
That was a great question. I was just about to ask the same thing. I was just about to
Yeah,
ask.
so
that
let's
too.
ask the difference. What's the difference? Let's define the difference.
Because
So,
boundaries could be like, don't touch me, but standards
right.
could be like, I need you to have a job. I need you to be driving your own car. I need you not to be living in your mama's basement.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it could be, like standards could be, I feel like, are you wanting standards or are you wanting boundaries? Because I feel like I have boundaries with a lot of people for a lot of different things. Like, I have boundaries with my family. I have boundaries with my friends, like, but I feel like I hold people who I date to a different standard.
Okay.
So, okay, are you asking about what boundaries do you set in dating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would think the boundaries start to come into play during the initial dating process, because like she said, your boundaries could be don't touch me. You could set the boundary on the first, like I don't kiss on the first date. Like that's a boundary. Um
Mhm.
a few dates in, like, I don't consider getting physical with anybody until about 90 days. That's a boundary.
Okay,
Right,
see,
right.
Right.
Wait. You've been
no,
watching Think
Right.
Like a
like
Man?
a man.
Wait.
It's
See,
a boundary.
that's that Steve Harvey. See,
You ain't messing around with
The,
you
Steve
single right
Harvey.
now,
the
right?
90-day rule. No, I'm just using that as an example, is what I'm
Oh,
saying.
okay.
But yeah, those would be your examples of boundaries. So I guess it depends on the person on when you set those boundaries in particular.
Mm-hmm.
It,
Okay.
it depends on the person. Like I don't think there's no wrong or right time to set certain boundaries. It just depends on the person and like how y'all energy is. Like, I mean, I don't know how to explain that one. Like, because there are different boundaries for different portions. Like, it's just like, because I might have one boundary while we're dating, and then I might have a different boundary once we become exclusive. Like, it's different phases, it's levels to this.
Yeah, yeah. I yeah. So okay. So let's. I love where Butterfly Free when we come to the standards. So when we talk about standards, right? There are things like chivalry, like chivalry. Like some people practice chivalry, some people don't practice chivalry. Now it's so interesting that we're actually having this conversation on this day because dang, and if I had thought about it, I would have sent this to Jackie. So I'm gonna do something real crazy and hope that this works, but there's actually this clip, and I will play just a small piece of it. I'm gonna hope that you guys can see this because I don't have it, but I'm gonna show it to you, and let's see at least if you can hear it. So it's on PGC.
That means I'm here. That means come outside, and that means when we go. But whatever our plans are,
Can y'all hear
we're
that?
gonna go do what our plans
Yeah.
are set to do. I'm not getting out of the car to open your door or to meet you at the door or to ring your doorbell when you can just walk downstairs. Honestly, I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but I personally believe, and this is just my personal perception of me and my friends and all the females that
So just stopping there. Like he talks about how he's like, chivalry is not really a thing of this generation. He's like, I'm gonna let when I get there, she can walk down the steps. I don't need to walk up the steps to open the door.
Ooh,
She can
child.
pretty much get in the car. Now,
Ooh,
now,
child.
now, 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 now. I
Listen,
also want to
I
share this
got
comment.
friends that walk me to my car. He has lost his mind.
Listen.
It's Roger Sweat.
But in his defense, there's a woman who allows it. Chivalry is only as much as a woman allows. If
Okay,
you want
So,
chivalry,
hold on.
so
But before you guys comment, let me say this too. So, just to add a little fuel to this fire, there was someone in the comments who was in that age bracket. That's the guy who looks like us, actually. And the person in the comments said, but in this day and time, in defense of him, he said, what people don't understand is when we try to act out in chivalry, we get met with things like the women movement or the Me Too movement, which says, well, I don't need you to open my door. I don't need you to grab this. I can do this on my own. I'm a woman. I'm a strong
Okay.
woman. I can do it by myself. So I'm just curious. What are your thoughts about that?
Before the women go off, before y'all give y'all perspective of what y'all let me state for myself. Number one, chivalry is very, very still alive, and I would like to think I'm a prime example of it. Why do I say that? I don't care what female it is, to my mother, to my grandmother, to my aunt, to a female friend, to a woman I'm dating. I don't care. If you touch a door around me, me and you have a problem. It's just that simple. Like, if you put your hand on a door, it's me and you. It's nothing else. I will look at you. You may get some words about like, you ever touch that door again while you're in my presence, we got a problem. You don't touch nothing. While I'm here, you don't touch a door at all. Even if it's a car door, I don't care if it's a grocery store door. You do not open it. Period. If you do, we got a problem. That's my portion of chivalry when it comes to that. So I'm very.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm really, really strict when it comes to that. Now, meeting a woman at her door, I'll let that one. Y'all can have that.
He said it's raining. I ain't getting out the car.
Y'all can have that. I'm not. I'm gonna leave that one alone. What y'all think on it?
He just sound
Nope.
like a jerk. Not you.
Who? Me?
No,
Oh.
the guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No,
that guy. That's a. Excuse me for saying it like this, but I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. That's a hell no. That's a no.
Listen, hold on, real quick, Miss Nikki. I gotta talk about the comment in the chat. Jawan said, "I'm gay and don't open my door. I'm a grown man. I'm not gonna open yours either, though. But flowers are cool." Okay, I just had to read it because that was hilarious. All right, go ahead, Miss Nikki. I apologize.
Okay, so okay. Speaking for myself, okay, I can't speak for all women, most women out here, but I'm gonna speak for me. I am not a feminist. I am not with the whole men ain't nothing movement. I'm not with all that. Okay. I love my men. I subscribe that we need men. I welcome men in my life. You know what I'm saying? So I don't subscribe to that whole I don't need a man talking point. Yeah, y'all got me bent. Yeah, I need one. So y'all can have that. But when it comes to chivalry, when it comes to chivalry thing, I'm old school. I was born and raised in the South. You know, I come from old school, Southern bred, independent women. However, they still held those fundamentals. Chivalry is important. That is what gentlemen do. That is how you show a woman respect, you know, in different areas. Now, do I require all of it? Like, you know, you got to pull your chair out, pull my chair out for me so that I can sit down, or put your coat down on a puddle so that I won't get wet and all that. No.
New coat.
I don't I don't require all of that. You know, I don't look for all of that. But, you know, opening doors in front of me, yes. Like, it grinds my gears so much when I'm walking behind someone, behind a man, you know, going into a store and they open the door and they just let the joint close in my face, knowing that I'm right behind them. Like, that really irks my nerves to no end. Like, that's just rude. So, you know, if I'm talking to a guy, yes, I expect you to open my door for me if we're going out on a date, you know. What else? Oh, if we're walking on the sidewalk, I expect you to walk on the side of traffic and have me on the inside of the sidewalk. Like, that's I naturally do that with kids and stuff, but if I'm with a man, I expect him to do that. You know what I'm saying? What else?
Gas pump? Is that a thing?
Oh.
Wow, that's a good one. That's good.
What?
The gas
one?
pump.
The gas
pump. Yes.
I could not. Oh, and I would do it when I would get mad at him. I would like drive onto the gas station and jump out the car off just to pump my own gas. That thing was like hot. I'm telling you. What are you doing? I'm pumping my gas. That's what I'm doing.
I don't require that. Now, if you do it, okay, I'll welcome it. But do I require you to pump my gas for me? No, I don't.
Yeah, it wasn't a requirement. I like doing it. It's soothing to me, you know.
I think it's so interesting because, like,
oh man,
I'm not so. It's funny because 3J and I are similar. So I will say, like, my grandmother's watching, and I'm very front.
Yeah.
I'm very front forward that this is how I was trained, right?
Hey,
like,
Grandma.
hey grandma. Like, my grandmother would walk to the door when I was a child, And like this is how I was trained. You know, like if I wasn't trained in nothing else, she would get to that door in them high heel shoes at that school, and she would stop and stand. I don't care what I was doing. I knew I better open that door. My great grandmother was the same way. Ada Wilder was the same way. She got to that door, you knew not to let her open that door for herself. Period. Like that wasn't the deal. Now, let me say this though. I am very much that way. And I'm also at the same time not a person to overdo it. Because I do, for me, realize, right, like, okay, I've opened this first door. She's walking to the second door. I'm not about to run to the second door, right? And just like make a big scene to go open the door. So I think I'm really different in that, like cause like that gets a point where it comes a little like kind of crazy for me personally. So I'm like, all right, like I will try my best to get to the second door because my grandmother's gonna stop at both doors. But right, like if she's grabbing for the second door, I'm not about to be like, nah, like don't do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not the worst thing in the world. Like, you know, like I'm not gonna go crazy over it. So it's just like I think it's it's just about because I think honestly also if you're with her, to me, if you're with her, I think she knows, right? Like she knows what kind of gentleman you are, what kind of man you are. Like if you don't always make it to the second door, I don't think she's gonna turn around and be like, like, oh, you didn't get the second door? Like what's up with the second door? Like I gotta touch the door. Like,
to jump on that today.
I know you better run and open that door. That I do know.
But I'm gonna jump onto that. Taking Butterfly's word standard. What if that is her standard for you to literally run and open every single door? Like, what if that's what she expects from you to do?
We ain't dating no more.
If you're dating,
listen,
we ain't gonna make it.
I'm telling you,
like that's why you date, right? That's why you date to figure out if you.
Like, listen, there's not a female around me that does not.
Next lifetime.
I taught my mentees how to practice chivalry. Like like nobody should. But now, I'm telling you, I'm not breaking my neck, right? To like because here's the thing. I will tell you honestly and it's truth. The other day, I caught myself running out to the car to get in the car because it was raining. Then I wasn't even running for nobody else but myself. I was running to the car because it was raining. I parked my car differently where my driver's side was like nearest to the grass. I make the turn to go and get into the car, and my left foot slips under me, which means that my shoulder falls right into the door of my car. I had to make sure I had no dent in the car. Like, it's one of those moments where like I laughed at myself, but was glad nobody else was around to laugh at me. I can't imagine trying to like be so chivalrous that I'm like holding the umbrella for the girl. And then, like, the closer she gets to the car, like, I'm running, and then I gotta make a fool of myself, and then slip, and then so, like,
I'm taking off my shoes. We running together, like, okay?
No.
Yeah, like you running together. Ain't nobody got no umbrella. We just running. And like, you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Okay, cool.
Like,
yeah,
nah.
Yeah, no, we running together. I'm with that. Yeah.
Who got an umbrella nowadays?
Unless you carry it to where it's like, okay, I'll take the umbrella and go to the car and I'm gonna pull the car around. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you wait here and I'll pull the car around. Different. Like, okay, we can do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, you running and slipping to break your neck trying to open the door and nah, that's a bit much. I agree.
Yeah. So we got Oh, go ahead.
I was about to say, with that, do females realize that there's a way of being chivalrous as well? What do I mean by that? So, I was taught also, when a man opens your car door, you get in. As he's walking over to his side, you lean over and open his door for him.
Open the door.
Open the door. You know?
Okay.
I guarantee you a lot of females don't know that or do that. Guarantee.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
That's good.
That's good. That's real good.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
I do want to
and split the bill.
I need to write that in my book.
You said what's it?
I don't have no problem with that.
I have no problem with that.
I need to write that
because
down.
I want you to know that that's not why I'm with you. I don't talk
exactly. I don't care nothing about your money.
I go to Taco Bell, spend.
Oh, well, what about standards?
The grande, cinnamon twist, little Baja Blast, A couple.
we have
Listen.
one more question before we close out. I do want to read a comment. Shayla Johnson says, sadly, there is a generation not being taught chivalry. New grandmothers still clubbing. Some men that were taught by old school grandmothers are incarcerated or in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
We have to do better as a community to teach it, exercise it, and communicate what parts of chivalry are standard. And Mama Ellis, Helen Ellis says, I can't reach his door.
Press the button. Press the unlock button. It's on your side.
So
Lord.
with that being said, I'm gonna close this out with this last question, and that is, and this, I'm sorry that I know this is a question that might be packed in this last question, but as brief as you can give an answer. What do you think Jesus would feel about the ways of dating in this generation? Do you think Jesus would be happy, okay, disappointed, upset? Do you think he cares? What do you think Jesus would think about?
I don't think he cares.
I think he'll feel the same way he did when you went to that table and flipped over tables and stuff. That's how I think he'll feel right now about this dating world.
So you think he'd be upset about it?
I think he'd be very upset
Give us
about
a big SMH. I think he would give us a big SMH. He would just look and just be just like this, because dating in our world today is really screwed up, to say the least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, nah. I think he would give us a big SMH, personally.
Shaking my head. For those who don't understand SMH, shaking my head.
Man, what?
I don't think he would care. I think there's so many other things that he would care about that I think the way we date is probably somewhere toward the bottom.
Okay.
With the politics, how we treat each other, just standard dating, I don't think that's on the top of his list.
Okay.
Well, no, that wouldn't technically be on the top, but if he were asked, how he felt about, the dating world today, that's where he would give that type of response. Now, as far as that being like his main concern, no, absolutely not. But if he were to be asked how he felt about it, I think he would give an answer of some sort.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like he wouldn't approve of it at all. His thought process. Butterfly
was going to say something. She got it on the fruit of her lips.
She got it right.
Be on my side.
You know how okay, so can we say then, how would he feel about the people who've been married for 50 years and their husband done cheated on them, got other families, do all of this and do all of that, and they're not really happy?
Woo!
So can you say that it's the same thing for today's generation that it will be for the generations before us, or no?
Listen, he would not be pleased. When it comes to the marriage scene, that's a whole different topic, Butterfly.
Yeah,
okay, we ain't gotten into marriage, boy.
Or the common law married people, because they still date.
Can we please? That's a conversation right there. That'll take 2 parts for real.
Next time.
Let's not get on marriage. Cause
I feel like we have become more free in this generation. I feel like that sometimes we become religiously bound and we forget that we're human. Like, I love the Lord, but sometimes I just want to sit on the eggplant. Not saying that it's right, but...
Wait, what? What you saying?
No.
No, I didn't hear what you said. Say it again.
No.
You want to what?
Right. But Lord...
What did you say one more time?
So basically, I get it. So, she's saying...
Say it one more time.
Sometimes we're not honest. Pastor Tay, I'm going to share.
I didn't hear what she said. I didn't. What she said. I didn't hear what she said. Say it again.
What she said was
that
we have to be honest and not say and say that yes, sometimes we want to love, we want to date, but other times we just want to have physical contact. That's what she said.
She didn't say it like that. That ain't what she said.
She didn't say it like that.
Well, I want to know what she said. I don't want to know your interpretation. I want to know what she said.
I just said, I think people look at today's relationship like he do all the other cruddy relationships in the past. it's.
What
I see
did
it's
what did she
different
say?
generation of people. It's the same thing though.
We gotta go.
We was
We ain't
doing the
gotta go
same
No,
nowhere.
to
thing.
your point,
My mama,
but,
we was in
but,
our mama
but to
and our
your,
daddy wedding pictures. Somebody was doing something. That's all I'm saying.
yeah.
Well, how did
No,
y'all
but
Yeah.
to your point, I it was somebody who something said. Oh, I think it was Jawan earlier who said there's nothing new under the sun.
Fact.
We date the
Mhm.
same as they did then.
Solomon.
But I always feel the need to make sure that I go behind those comments and say this. That's why we have this platform, because it's the truth. It is. Listen, we cannot act like just because all of us up in church, that weren't people who were having sex out of wedlock back then, just like they have sex out of wedlock now. And to act like, and part of the problem is that we don't have these conversations is Christians in church, because we don't want to acknowledge that there are those who did it then, and just like there are those who do it now, and there were those who did it in the generations before. And I just want to make sure
They
I'm
did it in the
clear
Bible.
about that.
Yeah,
Right, and
that's what
wanna
I
make sure-
meant. But Ramon said it the preacher way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did it in the Bible. Like we not about to sit here and shade like they wasn't doing this in the Bible like all the freaking time. Like no, they was laying with
The
prostitutes and
circle of
stuff
life.
all the time.
So we're going to have to pause because y'all jumping into next
Yeah,
week,
yeah,
and
they
we
are, they
cannot
are.
do that
They
yet.
are.
So y'all gotta hold that for next week. I'm sorry.
Listen,
I'm
listen.
sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. It's good. It's good. It's good. So I do want to say, if you're with us, so next week, I apologize, Jackie. Maybe I should have sent some pictures, but so the flyer, it will be up tomorrow. It's already done. The event will be up tomorrow. Next week, we're talking sex and scripture. So you guys are definitely
Let's talk
leading
about
right
sex.
into what we're going to talk about next week.
It's all right, man.
That's
So
my
this
conversation
is a
right
hot.
there.
Listen, this is a hot, holy summer.
Hey.
And just to be fair, we're going to have people from, we're going to try to keep it as diverse as possible. We definitely going to have people on from different backgrounds, but also who are, practicing different sex practices. And so we want to acknowledge that, and we want to talk about that, because it's another place that people do not talk about. This is a hot, holy summer,
people.
Thank you so much, Miss Nikki, for coming back on. As always, we're always so happy to have you on. Pastor Tay, you know you're always home because this is home. I want to give a shout out to Brennan, who is unfortunately away this week because of a loss in his family. So to our brother Brennan, we love you. We're sending our love to your family. Miss Butterfly, I want to take a quick moment as we're closing. You are doing something very special next week, and I know that it coincides with our encounter, but I do want you to share it just because it is so important. We're not people who are selfish with our audience. So please share what you're doing next Thursday as well.
Okay, so next Thursday I am hosting an event on Zoom that I'm calling Anxiety Anonymous. So I really want to tap into like a mental health a mental health ministry. So I just want people to get on the Zoom. You don't have to turn on your camera. You don't have to put your real name. But we're going to talk about how we're feeling, with living with depression, anxiety, if you have suicidal thoughts. It's just so that you know that you're not alone in this, and to have people who are like-minded, because I feel like it's not talked about enough, and that's why people are killing themselves, because they feel like people don't understand them. So I feel like it's time for people with, not people who can fix it necessarily like a therapist, but just people with like minds coming together and being like, I got you, you got me, you're not alone.
So, Miss Butterfly, I appreciate what you're doing, and I'd also I know next Thursday we're going to be doing a big, our hot Holy Summer continues. But would you be willing to talk about this more behind the scenes, and possibly can we talk about doing an encounter where we can team up with you, and have more of that?
Yes,
As part of
Butterfly free. What you doing Sunday? You want to be on the radio?
Sure.
There you go. Church Mind Matter, 2 to 4.
Let's do it.
Blazing Radio.
So everybody watching, please make sure you tune in on Sundays to Pastor Tay, Church Mind and Matter, 2 o'clock on Blazing Radio. Butterfly, if you are part of the anxiety piece, make sure you join in with her next Thursday. We also hope to see you back. Listen, couple of housekeeping things. One, if you're not following us on all of our social media, please check us out on both Facebook and Instagram at Encounter the Well. You can find us on both Facebook and Instagram at Encounter the Well. If you're not following us on our webpage, or if you want to just check out more about us, follow us at www.encounterthewell.org. You can also give to our cause on there and give to us by text. So text to give 84321, any dollar amount, just like it is in the picture right there. Listen, we love you so much, and make sure you go and share this. Reshare this.
Share.
A shout out to Sheila Dent, Reverend Sheila Dent, who is over at First Baptist of Highland Park. She was on our YouTube page, and I want to shout out to her. We love y'all. We absolutely love y'all. Catch us next week, 8:15. See you then, and there's nothing you can do about the love we have for you.
Hey.
Yeah, definitely.